Welcome everybody. Let's get started with the market. Let me switch over to the daily. I'm going to let's look at the Dow Jones Transportation first. Go through the products here. Daily looks good. September 12th is the cycle low there. Today was a little bit of a down day. Got some choppy mess going on up here. Looks like it wants to do that. So far, just doing this, tracking sideways. Okay. Let's look at the Russell 2000. We're going to just go through all these products here. Join me tomorrow morning, Friday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning for Twitch live stream. The link is on the Discord server. If you need the link and you can't find it, just hit me up on the Discord server for the members and I'll tell you where the Twitch channel is. If you want to see the Twitch live stream and all the other great services that come with the membership, but you're not a member, well, join. Live streaming charts, S&P 500 streaming charts for gold. Email every night, Monday through Thursday, with 5 different charts and alerts from the S&P 500 and gold. In fact, alerts for crude oil and the top 30 stocks. So a lot of great benefits and features to come along with the $7.99 a month is a great value. All right, back to the video here. Russell 2000 looks like it was a little bit of an up day, but you know, almost finished where it started. Get the daily cycles going here. September 23rd is the cycle low. This is kind of chopped around up there too. A little block of chop going on up here. Trying to roll over, but so far, just like the Dow Jones Transportation, more just tracking sideways than pulling back. And a lot of these indices, they may not pull back real hard. And that's usually a sign that things are bullish. If that continues to happen, then we probably see a bullish bounce. Let's look at the NASDAQ and DX. This one is pulling back a little bit, but not a lot considering how much the SMI has dropped. So if this SMI gets down here and starts curling up, then, a little more price decline and away we go, right? So even this one, which is pulled back more than the others, it's just not showing a sign of a really big drop, which I don't think we're going to get a really big drop here. Maybe it does get down here and then it flattens out for a while and we get more in the pricey roads along with it, kind of like what it did here. But we'll have to wait to see if that happens. So far that hasn't happened, right? We're not seeing this big price decline. Let's take a look at the Japanese yen market. At the Japan market, not the Japanese yen. We'll get to that in a bit here. Same thing going on here. As a matter of fact, this thing is super strong. Look at this, starting to curl up. Get up here, just tracking sideways. I think we're going to see a leg up. I'll tell you what, if it was me, I would take a very small position on the Nike 225 long right now. That's what I would do. I would trade it long. It's worth the risk to go long here because it looks like it wants to bounce. But again, got to be super careful because sometimes this is still a little bit negative here on the momentum. Could do a fake out and then drop hard. But small position, monitor it closely, have your risk management in place, ready to roll, right? It means at minimum some type of stop loss. And then trailing stops, some type of trailing stop for profits on the way up if you want to do that. Of course, there's all different kinds of other strategies for risk management, but I think it's worth a risk for a small position long on this one. All right, let's look at the Japanese yen, because I was just talking about that. Continues to be bullish. Look at this. It's kind of pulling back, but it's just kind of staying up here. Very bullish on the momentum. There's your cycle low for the daily, September 24th. Yen looks strong. Any kind of little dip you do in a bounce, I would grab the bounce if and when it happens. Any kind of bounce on this SMI to me is a go long scenario. If it starts dropping real hard, then that's a wait and see scenario. But let's just say the momentum stays strong and stays on the plus side. then still you could go long once it does the old bouncy bounce on the SMI. So Japanese yen, kind of like the Japanese market, I think Japanese market looks like it's long right now. The yen is kind of a wait and see before you go long. Okay, let's take a look at the euro currency. These are the futures. Got a pullback going on here. Not super strong, but it's happening. And more may be coming, starting to cross over here on the momentum, but got to be aware it's very, very positive. So this too, once it gets down here, may just bounce. And if it does, be aware of that. But that crossover is a little concerning. Okay, let's look at the British pound. More bullish than even the euro. Excuse me. Trying to do that. You can see momentum hasn't crossed over. Still extremely bullish here. Maybe we see that. And if it does do this right here, starts to go that way, starts to take off up here somewhere like this, yeah, I'd go long there and then just be aware that it might pull back down into September 25th a little bit. But yeah, this looks very bullish. Still looking bullish here to me for now. Let's look at the dollar, US dollar. Whoops, gotta put the dollar sign in there. And yeah, a little bit of a bounce going on here. I don't think it's going to sustain. I think it's going to fail. Momentum's trying to cross over well below the zero line. So we got massive negative momentum going on really since kind of the middle of July. This gets up here and fails maybe. Keep an eye on that. I think the dollar's still in trouble. There's your cycle low, October 13th. Okay, let's look at gold. For some reason it wants to go to hourly here. Switch over to daily. Very flat, very bullish. Very bullish. Look at this, tacking along the upper line here. Very bullish. Gold, I would trade it long on the hourly chart. And yes, for the membership, guess what? I stream the gold product live, the gold futures, 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour. Matter of fact, I'm streaming right now. And there's hourly cycles, just like you're seeing these cycles, but hourly, not daily, but hourly. Okay. So become a member, get a hold of those cycles, because I believe gold is a go long product. Monster mashing it. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, now October 13th is a cycle low out here. This is kind of elevated up here on the SMI. I still think this is bullish for now. Just looks like it wants to go even higher. And why wouldn't it, considering the Marxists, I'm sorry, here in America we call them Democrats. They've gotten so radical and so far left and have ruined the United States economy. And we have 2 wars and I think maybe a third war. That's who they are. That's what they do. Destroy everything they put their hands to. But they sure make the feel-good people feel good, yeah. That's the only thing they know how to do. The woke people, they do everything they can to make them feel good, but they don't do anything else well. And I'm mentioning all that because I think it's just going to drive gold higher. Some people get upset with me because I'm so hard on the left, but they deserve it. And they think that I shouldn't talk about politics on this in my content. Too bad. Politics affect the markets. They go hand in hand. Deal with it. My content is primarily financial, but to not talk about politics is just being naive. The left drives up prices, really hurts employment. They're just so anti-freedom, it's ridiculous. And as long as that environment continues, and if Camel Toe Harris gets into the White House, it's going to be even worse, and gold's going to go to 3,000. It may go to 3,000 anyway, regardless of who becomes president. Because even if Trump gets in there, he may, like I said, been saying lately, he may slow things down a little bit, the massive economic erosion that we're experiencing and the massive border invasion, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop the train wreck that's coming our way in the United States. I think the damage is too far gone, and I think we're in for a big hurt sometime over the next 10 years. Gold, I think it's bound to go to 3,000. I honestly believe that. I think it's going to take off. And I think the Federal Reserve pulling back the lending rate a quarter of a point isn't going to do a damn thing. That's a joke. They cannot save the day by cutting some little rates here and there. Good luck with that. And I believe that the Federal Reserve is simply doing it for political reasons, trying to keep their jobs because they don't care who the new president is. They just want to keep their jobs. And I honestly believe that any cut the Federal Reserve does is going to backfire in their face, and they don't give a damn. They don't care. Because their mandate is not about saving America, even though they claim that's what they're doing. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil got up here after a 3-day bounce. Now it's got this chunky old wide chop going on. Hard to tell if it's going to break out of it and go higher. It could. Okay, it could. There's a little something going on here. But this is still negative, and crude oil is going to have to prove itself. I think it's in trouble. I don't think it's going to rebound enough to overcome all this momentum. But we'll wait and let it do its thing. But I think crude oil is probably going to be a short, just not yet. Okay, if it does do another bounce part and then rolls over, I'd short it, but not yet. And I certainly wouldn't go long. This is a wait and see. But it feels like a short to me at some point in the near future. There's your cycle low, September 30th. Let's look at corn. What's happening with the corn? A little bit of a bounce going on here. I think corn's going to be a short once it gets done doing the bouncy bounce. Corn is seasonal too, so if you're going to look at it, go look back at previous years. What happens? We went into autumn, the fall time of year. What happens with corn prices? Just be aware of that because sometimes seasonal stuff really affects corn prices. But just looking at the chart organically, I would say corn's going to be a pullback once it gets done doing this little bounce. This could be a base. It could be a big base and do that. It's possible. But with this momentum being so extremely negative, it's going to have to prove that. Okay, cycle low September 3rd, September 17th right there. Let's see. XTP? No. XFP? No. I'm looking for this XLP. Hey, I hit it. There it is. Spider Fund Consumer Staples ETF. I want to keep a look at that. Little pullback going on. There we go. XLP, Spider Consumer Staples. I think this is a trade. It's very, very bullish. Okay. I think once it gets done going through this cycle low on September 12th, approximately, because this is not a super reliable cycle, but it's kind of there. Right? The cycles aren't super reliable. They're kind of there though. I think this is going to be a long, just not yet. I think it's going to do the dippy do and go up again coming out, especially coming out of there. Comes down, maybe tracks sideways, goes back up kind of thing. So momentum is so extreme that I think we're going to get a bounce up in here. If this, when it comes down, especially if it does one of these and doesn't hit the bottom line, this is a long, and I think it's an option play when that happens, just not yet. Okay, let's look at the S&P 500. A green day. Yep. A green day. Pretty decent green day. Over 100 points. Big old range. This thing moved around a lot. There was a big pullback yesterday. Then today it ran way up. And then it pulled back at, I think, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was a very whipsaw-y kind of day. But there was a lot of money made on today's candlestick. Oh my gosh, we're going to see that coming up on the intraday charts. Yeah, could be more declining here still to come before this finishes. So this is kind of wait and see. May not be done here. Overall, though, market's still tracking sideways. So if it continues to do that, even if this erodes all the way down here, the SMI, but price just comes down just a little bit, then that would be very bullish. So far, I wouldn't go long just yet. For those that are doing swing trades and maybe investors to think about more long-term stuff, I would wait a little bit. But this is probably going to be a go long scenario here in the near future. Okay, let's look at the intraday charts. Where were the trades of the day? Let's go look at the 5-minute chart. And we'll swing back here a little bit earlier in the day. Did anything show up here spectacular like? Okay, there's something right there. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. Did anything show up over here? Okay, what about the hourly chart? Anything on the hourly chart? Aha! So the 5-minute chart's got it. The hourly chart definitely has it. And let's bring in the cycles. Look at those beautiful cycles. Mamma mia. Look at this beautiful cycle. Ba-bam, out of nowhere, it just seems to follow the cyclical patterns. Look at that. Very interesting. Why did it do that? See, cycles really do work. And this was an amazing cycle right on time. And look at this, folks. The Giddus Plus indicator said right at the tippy top. Man, this Giddus Plus indicator absolutely smoking it once again. You want to become a member? Look how much money was made right here. How much money was it made here, folks? Let's say you got the signal here, you jump into the next one. We'll call it 56.50 to be conservative. And it got all the way down to what? Just go down to here. 56.10. That's 40 points. A 40-point drop in 1 hour. 40 points. You know what that is, right? That equals $2,000. $2,000. Giddus Plus indicator says make the trade, you made $2,000. What's the membership? $7.99 a month. So in one trade in 1 hour, you made enough money to pay for the membership for the rest of your life. Seriously. You're a conservative-minded person? Join the membership, trust me, because I don't hold back. I talk about conservatism and talk about the left all the time and how rotten they are. If you're a leftist, Democrat, you want to join, you can join. I'm not going to tell you no. Just don't spew your leftist junk on my server, otherwise you're going to get the old boot and see ya. This membership's amazing. This right here proves it. Look at that. Amazing moneymaker. And here yesterday was a signal saying it believes that there was a trade coming up. Took a few hours to make good. Got done messing around down here. And as soon as it curled back up, bam, huge money. Even if you made a mistake and got in over here, still made huge money. Absolute monster mash money. That was even a bigger money maker than this one. All through the night, Asian and London markets drove that sucker all the way back up to 56.60. Huge money being made. Okay, there's your trade of the day. On the 5-minute chart, there's also a trade going on over there. Look, we got something going on right now here in the evening. Pullback going on. Okay, because that's the new day right there over here. But here it was right here. 1:20 in the afternoon. Big, massive pullback started happening. So you got it on the 5-minute chart too. Bam, right there at 1:20. So either chart gave you the signal to make huge money. Here it was about a little bit later. Came in about 56.40, down to about 56.10. Here was 30 points. Over on the hourly chart was 40 points. See, that's why you gotta look at multiple time frames and be aware of them at all times. Okay, and yes, I stream all three of those time frames. 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour charts are available to members on the S&P 500 futures and gold. Okay, huge money maker today. Absolute monster mash. And people may be saying, man, the market's up, the market's down. This is crazy. No. Traders, if you're not making money on that, then you don't really have a sense of a trader. You're probably more of an investor or a swing trader, but you're not a day trader. Day traders love whipsaw. We love big movements up and down, up and down. We love that because that's how we make money. Lots of it. A lot of people aren't comfortable with that, but traders, intraday traders, no. We like those big moves. And right now the market is extremely volatile, up and down, all whipping around. Oh yeah, bring it on. Make thousands of dollars in these kinds of markets. Okay, and the membership will help guide you. I'm not going to make any promises that you're going to make a lot of money, but it should guide you and to help you make a lot of money if you're just patient and wise and learn how to use the membership to your advantage. Okay. Nightly email goes out every night with 5 different charts. So you get a nightly email and you get my opinion about what the market's going to do. You get the streaming charts I mentioned already. Okay. You get alerts that go along with the S&P 500 and with gold and crude oil. I don't stream the crude oil charts, but you still get alerts for those. All right. So some serious benefits. So the link is in the description for the Discord server. That's where all the services take place. Come on over and join. I think that pretty much covers it. Covered a lot of product. Again, join me tomorrow morning on Twitch from 7 o'clock Friday morning to 8 o'clock. I may not go for a full hour, half an hour, 45 minutes usually to go through the products. But the difference is it's before the market opens, and that's really nice. So you can get a feel about my opinion about what I think could be tradable. Maybe even, I might even talk about a trade on that day. If I feel there's a product that's looking like something to trade on that day, I'll mention it. Okay. For the members, if you can't make it tomorrow morning, I'll put up a replay of the Twitch on the Discord server so you can rewatch it whenever you want. Okay. Also part of the membership. All right. I think that pretty much covers it. Hope you had an awesome day of trading. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.